Thanks, Austin. It's a state-ranked matchup in 3A Division I football. The Paradise Panthers are taking on the Brock Eagles, and the Eagles are coming off of a 3-game win streak, outscoring those opponents 202-3. Coach Mathis said that he rarely feels like the underdogs, but they do tonight, going against an undefeated team in the Panthers. This offense for the Eagles is led by Brody Woods. He's allowing this team to be balanced with the power spread, creating a super high-power offense, but they're going to have a tall task tonight, going up against a team that's only allowing 6 points per game, led by middle linebacker Kobe Dickinson, and then a quarterback that is on pace for 50 touchdowns this season in Austin Iglesias. We will have more on him tonight, but now let's send it to Isabella and Belton.
One state championship overall, back-to-back 3D1s as we welcome in our friend Abby Jones, live and in person, talking to us from this ball game. Family connections at Brock are all over. Abby, take us inside. Exactly that dynamic there for the Eagles.
This is such a sweet place to be, guys. There's little cheerleaders here from Pee Wee football on the sidelines. You can tell that the community loves this town, loves this team. Actually, they were praying before the game, both teams together. They joined holding hands, just took a moment of silence to pray and be together. I've never seen that in football, so it's really special here. But what is most special is the father and son duo here tonight. It's on both sides of the sidelines. For Brock, you've got a player and a coach. You've got the quarterback, Brody Woods, with his dad. His dad's the offensive line coach. I talked to him earlier before the game, and he said, I have never wanted to play football more than I do this year, because I would give anything to be on that line and protect my son. But I try to keep it as business as usual. I do not talk about football unless he comes to me and he asks himself. But he said he always does. And his number one question to his son is, do you want me to be your dad, or do you want me to be your coach tonight? And his answer is always coach. So the fact that this young man is able to put the relationship with his father aside and just hear him as a coach, phenomenal stuff. And then with the Panthers, you've got head coach Joe Cook with defensive coordinator Tommy Cook. He said that he came a part of his program the first year that he was here, and he changed his program completely. I asked them what their relationship was like. He said, you know as much of the game plan as I do. I leave the defensive stuff to him. That's his baby. I go and talk to him about complementary football. I never want to do anything that doesn't work for his defense, but I always try to leave that to him. I asked them, do you take it home with you? Do you talk about it at dinner? And he said, we talk about it so much our wives are sick of it. So it's super sweet here. Also reminds me of just a relationship I have with my dad. He's doing the on-air stuff too. So we say the same thing. I call him after his shows and I say, well, am I your daughter, or am I helping you out with the coach thing tonight? So it's super sweet, and it's bigger than football, and I couldn't love it more.
Abby, you're talking to two guys here who can relate across the board. Really cool story.
Yeah.
All right, take me inside these two quarterbacks. Both have scored 20 touchdowns on the year. They're lighting it up for their teams.
Yeah.
Compare them, break them down for me. What gives in this matchup?
I think it's going to be a game of defense. One thing that I really want to point out that's going to be very important for the Panthers, when I was talking with Coach Cook, he said that they lost their starting center Wednesday, and they were having tryouts. So there's a junior at starting center right now for Paradise. So it's just going to really, really depend on the O-line and that quarterback protection. But I think with the quarterbacks, you have two guys that are both dynamic. I mean, Austin has over 2,000 yards and well on his way to another remarkable season. Last year, had 49 touchdowns. Brock, pretty dynamic as well. He's their leading rusher. Coach said that he ran for his life early in the season, sometimes because he had to. Now they're kind of working on him running when he wants to. You're seeing that here tonight. Both of them have elite arms. Already 3 touchdowns in this game so far. I think it's going to be a very high-scoring game tonight, but the offensive line is going to be huge.
Abby, we appreciate it. We'll check back with you all night as the highlights and interviews roll in. And our Abby Jones is there, standing by with Billy Mathis.
Coach, almost 40 points in the first half combined. A lot happening here tonight. You guys are scoring in 2 phases. Talk to me about how important it was for the special teams to have that punt return.
Man, it's huge. Anytime you can win in the special teams area, right, you see what it does to a game. You want to win in all 3 aspects, offense, defense, and special teams. Having that punt return, it's huge. You can tell by the score right now. 2 great teams battling it out, and we look forward to a great second half.
We talked about your defense never satisfied. What is going to be your message to them to keep the Panthers contained?
They have the fumble out here. He picks it up, makes a great throw. We just got to tackle better on those type of things and stay in coverage. You know, the guys come off, I thought he threw it forward. Well, they didn't blow it dead. So, you know, we just got to do a good job of staying in coverage. We've got to do a better job of tackling the quarterback. So when we do that, you know, we'll get off the field again, cut out dumb penalties, and we'll be all right.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
They've already got a state championship and 2 other state runner-up finishes to their name. And tonight, they're hosting our friend Abby Jones, who joins us. Hi, Abby. This has been a Brock team that has started to find their way offensively. Specifically, it feels like their balanced offense is starting to take hold.
For sure. 3 touchdowns in the first half, 1 on the air, 1 with special teams, and then 1 on the ground. This team is finding a way to score. And the thing with Paradise is they are not as balanced as they wanted to be. Coach said that was essential, that they were able to establish a run game here tonight. I don't really think that's what's happened in the first quarter or the first half, really, just because of the defense that Brock is bringing to the table. 4-3 with quarter coverage. When you do that, that's way too many athletes in the outside, and that's really eliminating a little bit of their plays here tonight. But you are going to see Kobe Dickens. He's coming alive for Paradise, and he has been the name on the PA all of this second half so far. So for him to be effective, you know, I talked with Brock earlier, and they said that halftime they had to reestablish their game plan and move a couple of pieces and really get him locked in, not making much of that happen here tonight, because he's definitely exploding the second half.
Abby, we also know it's a very special night here at this ball game, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. What special things are they talking about this evening that they've rallied the community around such an important issue?
Yeah, it's like I said, this is a really sweet town. They had a parade actually earlier and then a pep rally. So they had every survivor from their hometown come and write their name on a piece of paper. So just to see, you know, you hear the stories, but to see and put a name with it, it just means so much more. There's actually so many people here tonight that the band is on the track. They're sitting in seats out here. So this is the largest crowd that they have had. Both coaches said that feels like this is going to be the district, championship matchup. So a lot is on the line tonight.
Abby, good stuff. We'll check back with you as this one goes final.
And let's hear from Brock quarterback Brody Woods.
Quite a night for you. 327 total yards of offense, 2 touchdowns. What did you like about your performance, especially quarterback keeper?
Just first off, you gotta give all praise to God. You know, He gives us the opportunity to come out here and play, and just, He just loves us so much. And then, the game plan was for us to, heavy run with the quarterback. That was the plan. But our receivers took care, our line took care of it. Our defense played great. As a team effort right there, and just everyone played good.
4 of your teammates in the end zone tonight. Talk to me. This game had a lot of hype around it. Talk to me about what a win means tonight and what it shows you about the team that you have looking to playoffs in 3 weeks.
Our goal is state, so each and every week we take it day by day, and we're trying to get better to get to state. So, this is a good win right there, and just, we got to keep going forward.
Last but not least, I know you want to get back to your coach and celebrate. How special is it to share this with your dad?
Man, it's pretty special. I've been around football with him my whole life, and as soon as I came out the womb, I went straight to the field house with him. So it's pretty special just to share those moments with him.
Yeah, Brody, go enjoy. Go be with your team. Congratulations on the win.
Abby Jones, of course, knows that as she was on hand at Eagle Stadium tonight. We welcome her in live to High School Scoreboard Live. Abby, welcome. What a game. We saw Paradise was unbeaten in this exact game a year ago, and Brock got them, and they indeed do it again tonight. Your biggest takeaway?
Well, it was so funny because I was talking with Coach Mathis, and he kind of has a little bit of a Coach Prime moment, because last year he said, after the game, he said a few words, and he was saying, get ready. And that's what Paradise was wearing on their shirts. Actually, excuse me, it was get real. He said, come on, get real. And so this entire sideline for Paradise had a shirt that says get real. I told him after the game, I said, well, you got real, and it got real on the field here tonight. Paradise, was just one-dimensional. And let's take a listen to what head coach Billy Mathis and quarterback Brody Woods had to say about this win.
Good. It feels really good. We tried to not let the games get too big. We did that early in the season, and we let our emotions get out of control. So it was a good learning experience. Excited for what we just did right there. Such a great Paradise, great football team.
Our goal is state, so each and every week we take it day by day, and we're trying to get better to get to state. So, this is a good win right there, and just, we got to keep going forward.
They talked about keys to making it to state all the way this year and taking home the hardware. Well, I guess that Brock is just one step in the right direction this year.
Abby, this was a really fantastic performance, specifically by this Brock defense, which it seems like snuffed out the Paradise game plan.
Absolutely. They made Paradise one-dimensional. Like I said, guys, the only play that I saw the entire night was quarterback Austin Iglesias looking for his wide receiver, Landon Hawley. He had 2 touchdowns on the night. If it did not have anything with him to do on the outsides, he just wasn't even looking in anybody else's direction. So for Brock, this defense teamed up so nicely because running the 4-3 with quarter coverage, you have so many athletes in the field, and that's what they were able to do. Austin had amazing passes, actually. He was very precise, but it's just those cornerbacks, DBs, they were just there able to make, something out of nothing for Brock, and that really, really worked well here tonight.
Abby, the playoffs start 3 weeks from this weekend, so there's 2 more regular season games left. What has Coach Mathis said about how his team has kind of flipped the script from that really rugged non-district schedule where they got the 3 losses and now they seem to be in high gear?
Coach said they are never satisfied. He said we might celebrate a little bit, but it's back to work tomorrow. This team, they were talking about their non-district play. They said that they wanted to make it so hard that when district came into the picture that they were ready to go. I said, Coach, you are jumping in scores. Week 1, it was, 20-10. Now you're beating your opponents 60-3. They had back-to-back shutouts like we talked about. And when I was talking with Coach prepping for this game, he said, we almost had our 3rd consecutive shutout. Our defense allowed 3 points that almost killed them. So I know that this game will get to them a little bit, but that was the whole point of the non-district schedule. Play the toughest opponents that you can up first, so that way the way to district and the way to state is, I don't want to call it a piece of cake, but you definitely have a lighter load.
It's definitely a path they know well. Thank you very much, Abby Jones, there for Brock's dismantling of Paradise, taking them out.